What's up guys, welcome back to Fancy Goldfish Fanatics. Now you may be thinking, what, another video this week? And yes, that is right, we are doing a bonus video this week. I thought I would put together a really short video just to see how Rambo, the Aranda, has come along since that surgery we did around, I believe it was around 8 or 10 weeks ago. Now for those of you who didn't see the surgery video, I'll put a little link up in the top of the corner of the video for you to see that big wen surgery that we did to remove the huge abscess from his face. Now I did say in that video there was probably a 5% chance he was going to survive, and I was extremely doubtful that he was going to make it. Huge growth on the side of his face where this big abscess was forming, and it was actually forming inside the throat and mouth area, so he couldn't even close his mouth properly. We managed to remove all of that abscess, do daily treatments for a week after, and luckily he is absolutely back to full health. So I thought it'd be really interesting to bowl him up. Hopefully he plays nice in the bowl, have a close look at his face and see how he's healed from that surgery. Obviously it was quite an invasive surgery, and for those of you who've watched it will know it can potentially be quite traumatic on the fish, but I'm so happy that we got this fish to survive. A couple of days longer and he definitely wouldn't have made it. But let's head over to the tank now. Let's head on top of the tank. Let's check him out and see how his face is looking. So here you can see this is the current state of Rambo, fully healed. You can slightly see that scar tissue on the side of his face, but he is back to complete full health. Now in this picture you can see here, this is where he actually had the abscess on the front left cheek, and he was starting to get this sort of black coloration. Now here is a picture after surgery. You can see all of the flesh that we obviously removed and the scar tissue starting to form. You can really see the side of his face, how it was sort of removed and cut off, which was a very, very big surgery. And this is actually a few days after. I think this was taken around 4 days after. You can really see that black coloration forming, which I believe is part of the healing process, and now all of that black has come off of Rambo. You can slightly see the slight difference in coloration in both cheek areas, where the wen was removed on one side and the abscess was removed on the other, and you can see there is a slight difference in color. I'm not sure if that colour will return, however it is definitely starting to deepen up, and it will be interesting to see maybe over the next 6 months if that colour comes back. So they were a few underwater shots of him, but I'm just going to bowl him up, have a close look at him. I haven't actually had him in the bowl or had him up close since the surgery, which was around, I think it was around that 8 week ago mark. You can see how big he is. Really, really nice fish. I believe he's around 8 to 8.5 inches. His dorsal and his pectoral fins have also healed because he had a little bit of damage from where he was shipped. He actually broke the leading ray of his dorsal spine and both pectoral fins, and I thought these would never heal up as they are more of like a cartilaginous feature of a fish, but these have actually fully repaired. Now since we've got on top of that abscess and got him back to full health, and he's actually lost a lot of that black colour, those have actually fused back together and repaired, which is absolutely amazing, and I can't actually believe it. Now he is struggling a little bit, and I'm trying to hold him in my hand to show you, just to try and show you that wen and how it has been removed from around his eyes, because he did have a huge amount of wen blocking his eyesight, which I was thinking made him not eat as much, maybe not active as much as well. But you can see the wen is already growing back at an astronomical rate and is really, really recovering well. I don't think I'm going to do another wen surgery on him in the future. I think I'm just going to leave him to it, see how he gets on in the tank. He is just as aggressive at feeding as the rest of the fish, and you can see he's really active, happy and healthy. And I think it's just amazing to see the difference from what he was around 8 weeks ago with that huge bulge and abscess in the side of his face, all of that black coloration all over his scales, and how that's all disappeared, and he is now back to his full orange self with a few sort of black tips in the fins. Now I don't think the black or the sumi in the fins is actually going to disappear, especially in that dorsal area, and it creates a really nice feature of the fish. But he is so healthy, and I'm so happy to be able to continue to watch him in the Goldfish mega tank. So that is it for today's video. Nice and short one, just having a little recap on Rambo. It was really interesting, I thought, to see the before, after pictures and also how those colours had changed on his body. Amazing to see the different colour changes and what these fancy goldfish are actually capable of. But that is it for today's video. I hope to see you at the GSGB event in September. I believe the event is sold out now, but please make sure to email Star Fisheries to register your attendance and see if there are any spaces left. As I mentioned in previous videos, we have the Fancy Goldfish Show, we have the open day, we have dry goods stands, we also have guest speakers including me as well. So it's going to be an absolutely great day for you or the family to see some amazing fancy goldfish and potentially even buy some yourself. But that is it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Remember to keep those water changes up and happy fish keeping.